As the full moon begins to rise, Crem, you feel your body begin to change. Your bones feel like glass.
No.
Oh, the arthritis is playing up a little actively this time of year. I want to sort of move away from the crowd.
Yeah.
Is there a place like nearby, not like a bush or something like that, but something where it's not
Everyone's
so...
attention is so fixed on this tree. Truly, all the tents and all the carts have kind of been abandoned as everyone kind of congregates around this tree.
I'd like to try and find a small tent or something that I can easily just duck into or duck behind.
Okay,
To just be able to and sit down and sort of just ground myself and maybe try and regulate my breathing. Is Solus still with me, right?
Solus is with you, but Solus is also in incredible pain. He bears it nobly, but the metal and paper contraption that you've created him into almost looks like it's folding in upon itself. And you hear his wings ruffle and snap as they too begin to transform into something new.
Oh, looks like we're in this together. Is this what you were talking about?
Solus's voice comes to you thin as he tries to bear the immeasurable pain of this transformation, and you just hear him say,
Think of your daughter.
I try to say it's going to be okay, and instead it comes out as...
behind the tent. Oh my God. Crem, your bones elongate. You are in full agony as your flesh begins to melt down into the thin, hollow bones of a raven. And painfully, one by one, the feathers begin to emerge. You feel the bones in your face crack and then kind of reform and grow into a massive beak. On your shoulder, Solus begins to kind of implode into himself. And as you stand up, several feet taller, fully formed into a wereraven, around your neck, Solus becomes a symbol, a talisman that rests around your neck, shining and gleaming silver in the night.
He's trying not to scream at every bone break, at every elongation, every sort of his eyes are sort of like numbing over and coming back out and seeing the world in a completely unique way. And at some point, he just loses control. He sort of screams out, he starts smashing the ground.
You hear the children in the tent like scream and cry and hold each other. There's a lantern at the outside of the tent that you see an outline of this gruesome transformation.
Oh, yeah.
And you hear the children crying and holding each other. And you hear one of them say, "Don't cry, Robbie. He's going to come and he's going to protect us."
I'm gonna slip around the back and try and peek around the back of the tent to see what this commotion is.
You see a raven. A humanoid raven.
All right.
I sort of, how much in control, I've never played a were creature in it, indeed.
Yeah.
How much control do I have? This is a whole new thing.
Typically you have none.
Right, okay. So Crem is experiencing somebody else controlling him, but he's aware of it? I'm not sure how this works.
It's more, you always felt like an outsider since you've come to Ravenloft, and especially Sithicus, but right now, it looks like home.
Okay.
Your newly attuned eyes can see through the mists with ease. You know the safe paths. And in fact, whatever creatures lie beyond the bounds of Sithicus, you don't think they could hold you here. You feel as though you could traverse the length and breadth of this continent and even move within and without it. And as the silver of your talisman shines, from it you get comfort. You see a compass on it, as well as the spread at like sort of wreathed in the wings of a raven. And you feel in some ways you have a higher purpose now, something that not only wards you, but that you're responsible to. And when you have that higher calling, fear goes to the wayside. This is maybe something only you've experienced before.
Well, it's like a road to Damascus kind of thing.
You don't fear death. It doesn't have control over you anymore.
And I was never told that this was a condition that they possess, so I have no idea this is you.
Yeah.
I just lean over to see the raven and go, oh, and dip back around and go into the tent with the kids.
Despite his body and all his possessions and stuff being sort of transmogrified and sort of changed into this thing, is it too weird to have his pince nez still sort of embedded in the beak?
No, I think so, yeah, that's
the only thing
awesome.
that's remaining of him are these two little pince nez at the end of his beak that's just embedded into the actual
Like they
bone of
formed
it.
around
They
it,
formed
yeah.
around it. Okay, over the top table. As a player, how much free will do I have in playing him?
Yeah, so this is sort of a homebrew situation I'm gonna do because with dark gifts, you can kind of get a little bit creative. For you, this is almost like a druid form. When you lose your full amount of 54 hit points in your Wereraven form, you will revert back to a gnome.
Understood.
While you're in this form, you have an AC of 12, and you have access to a beak attack as well as a scratch attack, and you can still use your weapons as normal.
Oh, okay.
You can also shapeshift fully into a raven and take flight.
And ravens can go back and forth out of this place.
They can traverse the mists, to leave this continent. And we'll get into more of that later. As far as maintaining sort of your own free will, now that you sort of have this higher calling, occasionally we'll just have to roll on a table to see whether or not your actions are your own or whether you're called to do something
Not a problem.
else in that moment.
You say hit points of 54.
Yeah.
Wow. I think there's sort of, even though he's changed and he sees the world in a different way, there's still obviously the essence of him. He's still the curiosity, the scientific curiosity of it. So I think he sort of like looks at his arms, which are sort of, I guess, feathered, but wings at the same time.
Yes, so there's two forms of a wereraven. One is like a sort of humanoid form in which you can use weapons, and you kind of, the best way to describe it is if you're familiar with a kenku, it kind of looks similar to that.
Got it.
And then the other form is just a big-ass raven. You can be small or medium, it's up to you.
So how much taller would he be than he normally is?
Right now he's pretty damn tall.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So is that large? Or is, no, it's not large.
No.
It's
It would
humanoid,
still be medium, yeah.
Okay, medium.
But for you it's large because you're a little itty-bitty gnome. Yeah.
Crazy.
Finally reached the olives. Okay, so I think following the logic of the character, like he's finding this new form, he's fascinated by, he's not horrified, as you said, he's quite calming and he's found this new purpose. I think also he's now fascinated with what he can do. So I think he sort of like takes a few sort of swipes in the air and sort of like bites into the air, just sort of snapping. And then I think he just starts thinking about flying. And he starts taking a few steps forward, which then quickly turns into like a lumbering jog just to try and find his balance. And then he just gets faster and faster and faster and faster. I'd like to like leap in the air and then turn into a raven and start flying, to experience flight.
Yeah.
Because that's the antithesis of being a small gnome, is literally flying and being free. So I think that's the thing I'd like to do.
You take flight and feel the warm night air kind of rush over you. The moon feels closer than ever to you right now. And below you, you see how small and insignificant your problems are in the grand scheme of things. Everything seems smaller and unimportant to you, for you have a greater calling now.
I think also this is the first time, maybe ever, he has a singular thought in his head that isn't intruded by thousands of other thoughts. And for the first time ever, there is a deep sense of calm and peace, and also contentment.
I open the tent door. Hello, fellow children.
Crem, you're up.
Okay, Crem has spent some time enjoying this new experience and sort of like finding this sense of peace and calm, but the commotion down pulls his attention down. Also, his vision now, as far as I understand it, is exceptionally good.
Yeah.
And sees not only Strahd, but the lantern, his wife, and all the attacks and the commotion going around. And there's something about when Strahd bites into the neck of his wife, her head goes back and he just sees her face. And he sort of instinctively, his wings come in tight to his body. He makes himself into like a missile. I'd like to literally dive towards Strahd and Zora, and at the last possible second, I'd like to burst into my were form, grab Zora, and then punching my way down to try and land.
You can fly in your were form as well.
Oh, can I?
Yes, you have a flight of 50 feet in both.
Oh,
my
cool.
God.
But if you want to dive down, you
I
can
want to
do
do it
that
the
as
last
well.
minute because I want the impact.
Ah.
Do you know what I mean? The kinetic
yes.
mass change. It's like, the mass equals the force. This should be interesting. And he's going to just like burst into this form, grab both. But I kind of want to smash the shit out of the lantern, as opposed to smashing my wife.
That is going to be an attack roll. So you'll need an athletics check for that, but and an attack roll to strike true.
Oh, great. I've got dexterity 3, but I also have a +4 to my attack roll in this form, in aware form.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so that's actually +7. So this is +7. There's nothing else I can add to this? I guess not. No. Okay, so +7. That's a 15 + 7 for a 22.
That's a hit.
Right, okay. I can't do it. Can you do it? It just sounds
That
like
was
somebody's-
more distressed
That was
human.
more distressed human. All right.
That was more human burning at the stake.
It was like that. Can I talk as my were creature, like in common, or is it just are you only speaking bird speak?
It's crude. It doesn't sound like your voice, but you can speak.
I say as I punch through.
Amazing. Go ahead and give me that athletics check now to see if you can knock Strahd off of his balance.
And here's where it all falls apart. Okay, so with a screech of he then just goes and punches through, and we hit. Damn it!
9.
9. With 0 modifiers.
That's a natural 20.
Wow.
You come soaring through the air like a black lightning bolt, but you are faced against one of the Dark Lords of Ravenloft himself. And your strength and your devotion pales in comparison to the malice and cruelty that you collide with. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. And with one swift hand, he catches you. Your beak punching through the pale claw, his hands pushing through your beak, beginning to close around your throat.
Oh no.
This is his death strike.
Far out.
You will take 11 points of slashing damage as his beautifully manicured, lacquered nails begin to bite into your raven throat.
Okay.
You'll take an additional 16 points of necrotic damage, and you are grappled.
Cool. Okay. That wipes out pretty much half my hit points, but it's okay. I'm still there.
You hear "Get away from my wife," and you see his glasses perched on the edge of a beak, and then you see Strahd's blood-soaked hand and his nails crushing the throat of a humanoid raven creature that swooped from the skies, ostensibly to save you. As the tree animates, kind of thrashing around wildly, the second branch reaches up and tries to strike at you. It's only a 12.
That is going to equal my new AC as a were creature because it's slightly less than my normal AC. Sure.
Oh, yes.
So that's actually a hit.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
So as it's thrashing around, as you said, uncontrollably, would that possibly knock me out of his grasp?
Ooh,
Because
out of the grapple.
It's not like a bite, it's like literally like a bam.
Yeah. We'll say, I'll give you this. If it hits you, you'll gain advantage on your strength check to get away.
Back and forth.
Synergy. 11 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
as the tree crashes, kind of flailing madly. Strahd stands strong. Even with the furious wailing of his own creatures pummeling blows, he doesn't even move. He doesn't even mark it. His arm that's holding you is kind of still holding strong, but you definitely feel it.
Yep.
Give me a strength saving throw.
So here's a question. Instead of doing a strength trying to get out of it, I would like to shrink myself into a raven form to literally go evaporate from his grasp, to then literally just fall away. So I'm just gonna go woof as a bonus action to then fall
Typically, you
away.
can only use a reaction that on a turn that's not yours, but because you took the hefty hit, I don't think it's impossible that
That-
the momentum wouldn't kind of blow you away.
Yeah.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Okay, so that's Badlands. +3. That's 17 + 3 for a dirty 20.
As the crashing branches kind of buffet your humanoid wereraven form, you kind of turn into a smaller one and use this to get out of Strahd's grasp.
And just like fly off, and then I'm just going to immediately like bomb out.
Crem, you're up.
Nice.
Okay. As I get knocked out of his hand, I turn into a raven and sort of immediately arc out, which actually presumably is towards where the child's tent is. Is it fair to say that with my enhanced sight, do I see that creature go into what I know is a child's tent?
You do have quite literally a bird's eye view.
Fine.
Because you're kind of above it all.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I see that.
You like that?
And there's something that Solus told me as I was transforming, which is remember your daughter. And it just kicks off something inside me. So then I immediately, just purely on instinct, I charge towards it. My bonus action is to turn back into the were-creature. I'm gonna land straight through the tent, where I think the creature probably is, having just dived in. I just want to literally owlbear from the top ropes and smash my way in. Fucking owlbear from the top ropes.
Absolutely.
But I want to make it as an attack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
roll to hit. It looks like you have 50 feet of flying,
Yeah.
only 30 feet walking.
Yeah.
You can definitely make it there, I want to say, with that. Is this going to be a scratch attack, a beak attack?
I'm gonna go beak attack.
Okay, because
like-
you can do 2 attacks. So would you like a beak and a scratch or 2 beak attacks?
This is gonna be a beak attack, land hit, and then a scratch attack.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So I'm basically charging in.
Yes.
Level
Okay.
hit.
Roll to hit.
All right, so this is now +4 attack. Am I using my dexterity in this?
Yes. This is a dex-based
This is
attack.
a +7 to my attack.
Dexterity.
You
my
need to
attack.
beat a 16.
Needs to be a 16. All right. Children need me.
You did.
15 + 6 for 21.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll your second attack as well. I'm assuming you're attacking the same target.
I am. Yep. Same target, and that is a 14
That's
plus.
That
6
is also
plus
a
20.
hit. Roll
Whatever the
damage.
thing is. All right. For the first one, it's going to be 2d8 + 2. The first hit is going to be 8 points damage.
Okay.
And the second one is going to be 2d4 + 2. So it's going to be 4 plus 3,
3, yeah.
plus 2. So that's going to be 9.
Yeah.
So that's 17 points of damage. I literally land on top of it and I start wailing on it with my claws. It's like,
Yes.
This is almost as terrifying to the children as the severed head that came in.
What do
But
you want, kids? I'm trying to be a good guy here.
you see them all running and screaming, trying to get away from this flying head, and then you land like a hero from the sky, completely tearing through it. It is bloodied. You have massively damaged this creature. It is barely clinging to life, kind of turning into a pile of flesh and gore as you savagely rip it apart. This gives the children a chance to escape.
Yeah.
and just to be clear, I'm gone completely feral. Because all I can see is Lavender in distress, and I'm just taking all of the rage, all the pent up worry and fear is just being piled into this thing.
Oh, fantastic. In the tent with the screaming children, they look to you first with horror and then with wonder as their savior, as you tear apart this creature that threatened to devour them all. And then as the eclipse ends, you return, panting, beaded with sweat, bruised and in many ways feeling broken, to your small, weak, gnomish form.
You're safe. Fear not, I suddenly remember what was happening. Stay here. I sort of very unsteadily sort of like careen out of the tent. And then I remember and look up the top of the tree as I'm stumbling towards the tree as fast as I can.